This afternoon, we're going to talk about self-defense, but in a different approach. Normally, when you do self-defense, you automatically think about kicking the person, hitting the person, or just reacting to the situation. But today, we're going to be talking to our guests, and this time around, we're just going to let go. Let go and making sure that we get, you know, our defense mechanism up. Now, that's something that is new to me, so we're going to have our guests. But before that, let's take a look at this VT.
I will scream also. That's the natural reaction.
Memang tolong nak tolong lah. Orang kena ragut kan. Lagipun kira ragut sekarang tinggi. So ada peluang lah. Saya pun dah lama tak apa korang. Tolong orang je lah.
Well, I stepped up to it, you know. Like I got out of my seat, I dropped my food, you know, and I went in for him.
Oh well, I'm trying to see what is going to happen first. Then I'm trying to help lah.
I would shout. Yeah, if I'm in her situation, I would definitely shout for attention, so that people will get people will come and help. Definitely in times of, you know, emergency like that. Yeah.
Mai saya panggil orang tolong.
Dengar lagi.
Saya tinggal orang panggil. Saya nama satu saya panggil orang, saya cakap ada hat lembak blok. Saya sana satu kiri satu kanan macam blok lah. Saya kasih lari lah.
As promised, we have with us our guest from KickOut. He's the master trainer, Mr. Shamir. Welcome to the show, first and foremost. Now, what happened earlier on was actually a reenactment or a shoot, and our very own Bella editor had no idea what was to take place, but we wanted it to keep it real. And the reaction from those around her was actually real. People were there to defend. Straight away went to the suspect. Yana, I couldn't really see. Maybe we can do just a little, or maybe later on we'll have a quick playback again, because I don't know if she resisted or she actually fought back. And then that time, when you get attacked by someone, your thoughts are, all right, I mean, like, what's happening to me? So, in this case, KickOut, or what you are trying to teach here is, instead of fighting back, you should just let go.
Yes, exactly, definitely. The whole idea behind it, KickOut is a company which we provide, one of the training which we provide is what we call a breakaway.
Okay.
It's actually practical self-defense or practical protection.
Right.
Whereby instead of fighting back, it's always best to escape, outmaneuver yourself and escape. The last thing you'll want to do is to be in a confrontational situation with your attacker.
Right.
Whereby, because your attacker chooses to attack you because you seem to be a weaker target.
Okay.
So if you hit your attacker back, your attacker is going to hit you back. And that's going to leave you in a very bad situation. What you want to do is to outmaneuver yourself, escape, run, and get help.
What are the normal reactions from victims? Do they fight back, or they do just let go?
Based on our research which we have done, is that most of our victims actually end up not letting go, which is the main problem. That's why they end up getting hurt. They still lose their belongings, but they end up getting hurt. You know, there was this report a few years ago. This lady was paralyzed because they snatched her handbag.
And she tried to...
Yes, and she was dragged on the street. So that's the last thing you'll want to do. Why would you want to get yourself in trouble when you can just let go, and later on you can just get back whatever? It's just money or it's handphone. You know, you can always get it back later. Your life is so much more precious than that. So that's how the whole program came about. We've taken it from a very practical angle, like what you've seen in the video a short while ago.
Let's just go back to that video. Maybe let's play it on slow-mo, if it's possible, to my studio director. Let's see her reaction to this. Okay, so they're basically at some food center.
Yes, and as you can see, she is resisting.
Okay.
So she's not letting go. If I had pulled harder, she would have fallen down for sure. So we wanted to avoid that situation, and you see, that is why we say let go. Some people will come and help. You see the guy at the back?
Yeah.
The first thing he does, he gets up. He actually has something in his hand which he's going to throw at me. So you see, I have got no choice but to let go. And you see, everybody around is already getting up. So that's what you want.
Shamir, that was you?
That's me actually.
Okay. So you were ready to be getting the reaction from the public?
Yes, we were hoping that we would react that way. It's actually, we did this whole thing without the public knowing, was to actually reinforce the idea that that people should actually realize that the public cares. And it was so refreshing to see the public actually reacting to it. The part where they actually came to me, and that's a whole different story. We had part of the crew.
Thank God you were using a helmet.
Yes, yes.
Because they were really walloping you like nobody's business.
Exactly, and that's how the public is. They will help you if you're in danger.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about holding on to your belongings.
But it's just a natural instinct. I mean, when someone hits you, you automatically have this self-defense. You automatically have this fight and flight. Is it? Fight and fight.
The flight part is not really a second part.
Okay.
But we like to focus on the flight part first.
I see, okay.
The last thing you want to do, you see, even though I'm a guy, but if a person chooses to attack me, he is very confident that he is stronger than me. So that's why he had chosen to attack me.
Okay.
And that's the last thing you want to do. Even though most self-defense program actually teaches you to punch and kick to escape, we do the total opposite. We teach you how to outmaneuver yourself.
That's just it, Shamir. It's different because I read somewhere they actually interviewed a group of rapists.
Okay.
And some of these rapists, they actually said they look for easy target. So if you were to defend yourself, they will let go. But in your case here, you're saying that no, you should just, release yourself.
When we say release yourself, we mean you have to surrender to the situation.
Okay.
What we mean by surrendering to a situation is that you accept what is happening, what the situation is like at that moment. That way you do not panic. And when you surrender to the situation, naturally your survival instinct kicks in. Once it kicks in, your subconscious mind works faster than your conscious mind. So generally you'll know what to do. But when you fight back, you might get hurt in the process. We want to avoid that situation. When there's a just looking at Nayati's situation, he was abducted. That's what we focus on. Techniques on how do you escape without punching or hitting. If he had maybe put up a fight, they would have, this is just, we're just speculating, they would have probably hit him to drag him into the car.
Right.
You don't want that situation. You want to be in perfect condition, you want to be in perfect health, so that you can escape in any time of these situations. So, we teach you techniques whereby instead of hitting, how do you outmaneuver yourself using simple body physics? Actually, it's very simple body physics.
How long have you been doing this program?
This program was actually we were experimenting on it about four years, and we launched it about a year and a half ago. I actually come from a martial art background. I have 10 years experience in coaching martial arts, and from there, that's when we realized, if I were to bring martial arts, is good. It's good if you want to fight back. It's good in saving yourself. I'm not going to say it's not good anyway. But here's the problem. It takes too long to learn it. For me, it's tough.
And sometimes when you're actually at the situation, it's different because you totally forget what you had learned in class.
Exactly. That's exactly where it falls down to. And also, you don't expect people, like just say if I would take an example like my mother.
Right.
They're 50 over, almost 60. How is someone like her going to actually fight back? That's the last thing, that's why martial art takes a bit too long. So we've come up with a program which is very simple. It covers the psychological aspect and also the physical aspect of it, whereby it's mainly designed for women who are weaker, because generally...
And that brings us to our next point. But we have to go for a quick break here, Shamir, because I'm going to ask you, why is it so that women are always, they've got a higher increase in terms of being victims of snatch thefts and all these crimes that's taking place. But so do stay tuned here on Bella Weekend. I'm going to find out more with Shamir as well as his co-associate here. Bella Weekend, yes, we're still talking to our guest with regards to preparing yourself in that moment of panic when something or you are a victim of a snatch theft, etc., etc. And we're joined along with Shamir, his assistant trainer from KickOut also, Mr. Melvin Singh. Welcome to the show. Okay, earlier on we had a little tease there. Why are women always the target?
Generally, men will always look for women because of the minor mistakes which they make. One very common mistake is always the handbag. When you're walking on the street, it's always on the side where the street is instead of the inner part of it. That's one mistake.
Simple things like that.
Simple things.
And I was reading that it's also because you know how we women, we just love to be on our phones. We tend to not be aware of our surroundings because we're always constantly on the phone, or we're just doing something else but not looking out. Is that another reason?
That's another reason why. So that's why, and somehow I think that we believe that the world is very safe. So we tend to maybe walk and back at least alone. So it happens to both men and women.
Right.
But generally, women are the target is because they are perceived to be the weaker people. So that's why, if I'm an attacker, it makes more sense for me to attack a woman than a guy, because then the chances of him fighting back is actually higher.
Yeah.
So that's why they choose normally women.
Okay, so that's the reason why women are targets. Okay, we are opening our lines here on Bella. The numbers to call is 55690349. We're flashing it on our screens right now. Melvin, perhaps you can tell with earlier on we had a flash showcasing that 3 of the things that should be in your handbag. Right. There's a pepper spray, whistle, as well as keys. Again, I read somewhere else that keys, by the time you correct your keys, it's too late because they were saying you get the key and then you use it like a fist ring. But someone else was telling, so I'm trying to just be the devil's advocate here. What is your 2 cents worth with regards to this?
Okay, well, those 3 items that you had showed, that is quite true. You can keep those 3 items in your handbag. I think apart from that, you can also have a rolled up magazine.
Oh, okay, that helps, even though it's just, you know, it's just like paper and you just...
No, it's a very thick rolled up magazine, so it's rolled up and you can hit someone with it.
Right.
But okay, here's the thing. Is it really all that practical? Because you're going to have to search for these items in your handbag or in your purse or wherever you keep it.
I don't even know how to use my pepper spray, to be quite honest.
Exactly. So it's how fast can you get to these items? Will you be quick enough to react to the situation in that period of time? Because when your attacker is going to confront you or attack you, he's going to do something very quick because they use this element of, they surprise you. It's an element of shock.
Yeah.
And you're in total shock, you're in a total state of shock.
I mean, look at our poor Bella editor. She was totally not in the know and she was just so traumatized.
She was traumatized. She couldn't do anything.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, gents, we've got a caller, Jasmine. Hello. Good afternoon and welcome to Bella.
Good afternoon.
Hi, what would you like to share with us? Would you have any questions?
I would like to share my experience. Once I just got my pay from my workplace and I was walking and there was these 2 guys who attacked me from behind and took my bag.
Oh dear.
I tried to fight one and he knocked out, but the other one hit me on the head and my money was gone. It was 2000, around 2000.
But thank God you're okay.
Yeah, I was.
But you fought back or?
I fought back. One was on the ground, but the other one was still fighting.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad that you're able to share this experience with us and you still sound slightly traumatized, but we're so glad that you're okay.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now, my next question to you, thank you, Jasmine, is when do you know when to fight and when to hold back? When do you know? I mean, the situation it differs.
Okay, it boils down to this. If there's a situation whereby you're just being grabbed, or maybe your handbag is being snatched, let go. If you're in a situation where they are trying to hit you, that's when you fight back. That's when maybe martial art training or you don't have martial art training, you will still be able to react appropriately if you actually surrender to a situation. But in most cases, people are just, they want a quick getaway. So they're going to do it so fast for you to react also. It's going to be so difficult. So like Jasmine just said, she took one down, the other one is still there, and then she got hit on the head, So things like this is what troubled us in the first place and why we came out with the Breakaway program, why we came up with a practical self-defense program. The last thing you'll want to do is to get hurt. And she's still traumatized by it. You can hear it in her voice as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why we say if you can, if it's possible not to fight back, please do not fight back. If you're in a public area, the public will help, like you saw in the video just now, And also, we were talking about things where you have the 3 things in your purse, which would be important.
What are some of the other more practical, perhaps, items that you can have besides your rolled-up magazine?
If you have to fight back, anything is a weapon.
Yes, anything around you.
Because if you most of us keep our pepper spray in the handbag, your keys in the handbag. You saw in the video just how quick the bag was being grabbed. There's no way you can get to the pepper spray in time.
And sometimes you can't really find anything in a woman's handbag.
I'll probably be like just stuffing all my baby stuff that I have in my bag.
Everything's all stuffed inside. You can't really find what's in there. By the time even your ringing handphone, sometimes you can't get it.
That's true, especially if you've got a huge handbag like myself. All right, we've got all the way from Taiping, Kyrie. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Daphne.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Yes, dear. What would you like to share with us?
Actually, I think the attitude of the woman must be changed nowadays.
Okay. Share with us your thoughts and suggestions.
To make the snatch thief to snatch the bag. So I mean that the attitude they must change about how they demonstrate their luxury. For example, they are using a luxury bag. and it can catches the attention by the snatch theft. So I think the attitude and the behavior of the woman nowadays must be demonstrate that they should. I mean that they could use a bag, but I mean in the modesty demonstration in the public. So I mean it has avoid themselves from being a victim of the snatch theft. So I think their demonstration of excessive luxury, their attire, their garment, their bag will attract and catch the snatch theft to snatch their bag. So another thing I would like to mention here that when they are not using cashes or in the bag too much and excessive. So it is important when the snatch theft has happened often, then they can cause a minimal loss of their loss.
Well, okay, well, we're going to actually have a little demonstration. Thank you for actually bringing it up, Kyrie. That was Kyrie all the way from Taiping. Terima kasih banyak-banyak for your suggestions. We're actually going to have a little demonstration right here. I need to share with you all this. I've actually been a victim of violence before, where I was dragged into a car, and I didn't want to fight back because I was scared. So what I did was I actually tried to run away. And that only resulted in me, because the car was going really fast and I was trying to get out and they were holding me in, and I was, so my feet were being dragged while the door was slamming on me, and I've still got scars on my legs because of that. So in that situation, you were saying you fight back when they get physical, but you let go when it's when it's things that are being taken away from you. So in this situation where it's a little bit more complicated because you're actually dragged in and then you just want to get out because you're fearing for your life, right? How do you do this? I mean,
we will show you some techniques later on. If you're being dragged into something, how do you escape? We'll show you some very simple hand grabs and how easy it is actually to escape. It's simple body physics. Every step, every technique is actually 2-3 steps at max. So we're going to show you maybe 1 or 2 chokes. So you're going to see actually how easy it is to actually escape without throwing a single punch.
Now this is one thing that I'm going to bring to you. I mean, I'm a cynic here, again playing devil's advocate. After that little incident that I had, I went for my martial arts, I went for taekwondo, you name it, I did it all. But you tend to forget about it. So these simple tricks that you're going to be demonstrating on me later on, it's going to be something that I can remember on the spur of the moment if it were to happen to me.
It's not only something you can you remember. It's something you can practice easily, even in your home, in your office place. You can practice with your colleagues, with your friends, anywhere. It's not like taekwondo or any other form of martial arts where you need to go to this training center to practice it. Where you need to the skills, you need to get it there.
Just to add on a bit.
These techniques,
sorry, just to add on a bit. Like you said, you learn taekwondo and all. They'll show you the techniques.
But
actually, it involves a bit of
more systematic.
More systematic, exactly.
And it involves a bit of hitting. So you cannot really practice it with your colleagues or anything because you're going to end up hurting someone. Well, what we are going to show you later is so easy. You're not going to hurt the other party as well. So when you're not hurting the other party, you're not aggravating the person to hit you. So that's why it's so easy. You can, like Melvin said, you can practice it with your colleagues. You can practice it at home.
Something that because our team is mostly women, that we all should be taking a lot of. Now we've got another caller, Hayang, if I'm not mistaken. Sayang, oh sayangku sayang. Hello, assalamualaikum sayang.
Daphne.
Oh, perempuan ke? Sorry, minta maaf. They were telling me sayang tu macam, apa khabar?
Hi. Assalamualaikum, Daphne.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
All right, we are with Shamir and Melvin. They're from KickOut, and they're telling us to not fight back. What is your
I
questions?
did not. Experience,
Okay.
I just let go. You know what happened was, unfortunately, the snatchers dropped my handbag. So I scared. I did not to pick my handbag. I just let go until he was motorcycle alone, and I was alone by myself. He was alone by himself. You know. I just go.
That must be an angel looking out for you, sayang. I think that God was with you at that time. So you got back all your belongings?
Alhamdulillah. Thank God.
Okay, well that's a nice story. Maybe that sort of, thank you sayang, thank you for calling in. Maybe that got like, hey, why is this? Normally there's a reaction and he gets, it's like how kids are. You're fighting for your toys, and when the person like ambil, then that's when you just let it go. But there's also another tip that I learned, also letting go. You actually let go, but you slam it, you throw it to it. Is that another
Yes, that is good, because what you want to do is protect your life. So what you can do if somebody is going to try to, maybe they come up with you with a knife and say, give me all your belongings, go, throw it and run the opposite direction.
I guess it's also because, it sounds very superficial and almost bimbo-like that we're thinking this when you should be thinking about your safety first. But like, if I let go, my God, I have to redo my IC, my cards, my this, my that. How much money do I have? It's just so mafan, so I'll keep it. But it's...
look at it this way. If you get hurt, you're thinking about your money.
Your money or your belongings.
If you get hurt, you're going to spend that money on your medical bills. You're still not going to be able to spend that money on what you want. So you have to look at it, practicality, that's how it boils down to it. Like what Kyrie said just now, we don't really, I wouldn't fully agree with what Kyrie said, whereby women should not carry this, carry that. Why should you be restricted of what you want? If you want to carry a handbag with all your things, a nice handbag, please go ahead. But be aware of your surroundings. Do not walk into an alley. Do not go back home alone.
I was also advised, and this is, again, please call us if you have your views on this or tweet us and tell us all about it. But they also said women with long hair, if you've got your hair is braided or it's in a ponytail, it's easier for the person to grab. So it's easier if you have just short hair because there's nothing to grab. That's one. And two, if your clothings are, they attract the person, the suspect or the the meanie, the bad guy. But I'm like 2 cents with that because like, that doesn't mean I'm going to cut my hair short because,
exactly.
So what do you gents think about this?
Like you're saying, you shouldn't restrict yourself just because you're afraid that someone might do something to you. You should be free to do what you want. But at the same time, you have to be confident, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You need to know where you're going and who you are with and who's around you. So that's a very important point that I think we all tend to don't
and that's just it, because what happened to the days when we can just walk freely and be so, complacent about our safety, but now it's just like, I mean, come on,
should you live in fear?
A very reputable mall, it's parking lot. There was a recent case a few years back, and you think, but this is a high society place. How can it happen here? But it does happen.
It does happen,
and you've got to just equip yourself with knowledge that you can remember at that point in time.
Yes, exactly. What we normally do during our sessions as well, it's not just the techniques, but also on a psychological level, we actually tell you things on practical things you can and cannot do. Maybe later on we'll talk a few tips, maybe on things you can do on your everyday life to not be a victim. So
where are the more, where do victims normally get targeted at? Are there like specific areas or it can just happen everywhere, anywhere?
It can actually happen anywhere, everywhere, but of course there are certain areas like you're saying, the back alleys, on a busy street.
Okay, that won't happen there because...
It does. You'll be surprised. And actually during broad daylight it happens.
Broad daylight, exactly.
But here's the thing, it's because the person is not aware of his or her surrounding.
And then it makes the getaway faster.
Yes, exactly.
Because, for instance, in a traffic jam.
I thought it's just a lonely place and that's where you get burgled.
Because like instance, when there's a traffic jam on the road, someone on a motorbike comes and grabs something and goes off. Which car?
That's why don't leave your handbags on the side of when you're driving, because I tend to do that. We keep forgetting.
Exactly.
All right, this seems to be a very popular topic. We've got Desmond from Klang who's on the line. Hello, Desmond. Hello? Desmond? Oh, we just missed him. Sorry, Desmond. So, you were saying on the traffic light, that's a likely spot.
This is how robbers or thieves work. They do not work at random. They actually, they look at you for a while. They actually track your movements for a little bit. When they see an opportunity, they say, okay, we'll wait for the perfect time to hit her. Give or take. Like there was this incident in front of Section 16, Eastin. I think most of us saw it on YouTube. It was in the papers and all. It was taken by the camera of a car. All in the traffic light. This guy comes. He just stops. He breaks the window. He takes the bag and he goes. It was not a random hit. The motorcyclists noticed them from a distance. So they followed. They waited. Okay, there's a perfect time. That's why you don't see them hesitating. They go. They stop. Pop. Go.
So they sort of targeted you from the start.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you about that in making eye contact with the suspect, even though you feel you're being a bit paranoid. In just a bit, we've got another caller, Jenny. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Bella. Hello. Oh, she waited too long, is it? Hi, Jenny? Okay, we lost her. Now, going back to that, about how you're being targeted, again, I read somewhere that if you suspect you're being followed, you actually make conversation with the suspect, so the person goes, oh no, she's already charmed my face already, die, cannot, I'm not even gonna try with this girl.
Yes.
Is that another technique?
There are two things, two ways of looking at this. One is that if you're in a lift, as an elevator, very commonly you might be a target.
Right.
So some people, if you're scared to go in, you see only one person, maybe you see Melvin over there, he looks a bit scary.
Right.
So you don't want to go in. Don't go in. Don't think, Alama, you know, it'll look very rude if I don't go in. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if you're polite or rude. If you feel a bit worried, don't go in. So if you go in, just look at him from top to toe and create conversation.
So that's true then?
That's true, that's true. But of course, you don't make it very obvious. You don't go, you look like this.
That one, you have to be a bit of a good actress for that thing,
So, yes, create conversation. At least they will be a bit worried if they're going to do something to you. They'll think, oh, you know, this person can charm me later, but I better not do it.
I know, being the drama queen that I am, I've been, many cases I've been a bit paranoid. And I actually go to that person who I suspect is following me, and I show them my heels. Like, you don't mess with me because, you know, I'll be nice and sweet, but a little bit cynical, and I say, I'll show you my heels, just to get, like, you know, down to business. I don't know, maybe that was a wrong move. But speaking of which, we're just going to take a little commercial break here, but before we continue with our little discussion that's getting very heated up, our lines are so big. With Shamir and Melvin, and now they're going to demonstrate, in the event of a tussle, what should I do? 3 simple steps. First and foremost, Shamir, he's going to be me, the victim, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, over to you guys.
Okay, so a very common grab would be that if somebody grabs you on the same side, that means his right hand to my left hand or his left hand to my right hand. So as you must see, maybe we could focus in here, the weakest point of a person's grip is actually between his thumb and his finger.
Right.
So this is the weakest point. So you'll want to focus at that. Most things, I just hold me a bit tighter, they will teach you to pull. You see, if you pull, you're not going to escape. That's a very common reaction, people always pull. But all you need to do is just to take a step forward to the side, bring your elbow in parallel to his hand, and pull your wrist out. Comes right off. Let me just show it again. So all you go in to the side, pull, it comes right off.
Okay.
So simple. He's going, now Melvin is going to try it on Daphne.
Be gentle.
Okay.
I'm bruised easily. Okay.
All right.
So he's going to grab you.
I think better you just take off the watch first. Just in case.
Just in case.
Because hubby bought me this for my anniversary, so let's put this here. All right.
Okay. Okay, grab her.
Right.
Okay, good. So all you need to do, take a step aside, bring your elbow in. Yes, exactly. But if he's grabbing you,
but he's doing it really lightly because I told him to. But
hold it a bit, hold it a bit tighter. We're going to prove to her that this works.
But
so bring your elbow in. Yes, bring your elbow all the way in.
Oh,
all the way in. You see his hand's really coming out. Pull your hand
what
out.
if he hits me on my face?
No, that's the thing. You have to run away from here.
You have to be quick.
You have to be quick. It has to be a very quick thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
let's just walk, and he grabs me.
Grab.
So I'm just walking.
Okay, grab.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So simple.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
And it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
The first initial glance. Okay, that's first. Okay.
Let's show
That's one.
So when we do
Elbow, walk out.
Yes. People always ask us, what if he grabs you on the other hand?
Yeah,
so let's grab the other
See?
hand.
Not the only one.
Okay.
Okay.
So another thing, a person's wrist is always very weak. There's only so much it can extend to, it can move to. So all you have to do is just bring a lot of demonstrations. You see, they'll do like this, they'll do like that.
Yeah.
No, it's so difficult to do that.
No.
It's so difficult to do that. All you need to do is bring your wrist up here. Don't twist. Just bring it at the rest here. Use your other hand and push.
Yeah.
Comes right off. Maybe come a bit closer. Okay. Put your hand here. Push.
Push.
Okay, one more time. I'm not getting it. Sorry, blur sotong a bit.
Put your hand here.
Makes you a bit blur.
All right.
Okay.
Put the hand here.
Yeah.
Push.
Okay.
Comes right off. That's right.
Oh, so it's this. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Just rest your hand here.
Rest here.
Use your hand. Push.
Oh yeah.
It's so simple.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It looked difficult initially.
Yes.
And you were like quite.
I know.
You were
Holding
quite.
it strong. Yeah.
Okay, let's just do that again so I can remember. So burr.
Yeah.
Push this
Push.
and push. Oh yeah.
So simple. And then
It's
run.
very simple. And then run.
And run.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember to run, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, guys can also
Yes, of course. It can happen to anyone.
be victims of Snatch.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, just very quickly before we demonstrate, we've got Yana, the poor lady that you traumatized. We are so sorry. Minta maaf ya banyak-banyak. Sorry, Yana. This is our Bella editor, and it was actually staged because we wanted the real thing. Blame them, not me. Yana, apa khabar?
Hai, Desni. Khabar baik.
That was on Friday kan? Masa tu diorang buat reenactment tu Friday. Memang Yana tak tahu apa-apa kan?
Ya, I tak tahu apa-apa. Ini planning diorang. Okay.
So memang you tak tahu apa-apa. So masa Shamir was your, you know, the guy who came to grab your handbag.
Yeah.
You reacted. You actually tarik balik. What was going through your head? Apa yang berlaku? I mean, how were you feeling?
Okay, masa mula tu I memang tak tahu apa-apa. Okay, I jalan, I nampak ada lelaki pakai helmet, and tiba-tiba dia tarik beg I. Okay. Lepas tu, I dah macam, I kena tarik sebab dalam beg I tu banyak barang. Okay. Ada duit rumah semua sebab housemate I semua dah bayar. Okay, lepas tu, I tarik sebab I rasa kat situ ramai orang akan tolong I. Sebab ada lelaki-lelaki kat situ. Okay, so I tarik. Then feel I macam geram sangat I nak dapatkan beg I.
Tapi masa tu, Yana, is this your first time kena macam ni? I mean, not just reenact, but in real life, have you ever had an experience kena curi ke, kena snatch theft ke apa benda?
So, kereta I lah baru kena curi.
Astaghfirullah. So, no wonder you were
ini second time lah.
So, that's why you memang macam terkejut beruk lah. Memang very...
Okay. Tangan I sakit, okay?
Yeah, and how you feeling now? We have to apologize. The producers feel so awful right now because you were crying and so traumatized after that.
It's okay. I faham. And then I tahu macam mana orang kena rompak, and I tahu sebenarnya I patut lepaskan. Okay, sebab untuk keselamatan I.
So tadi Yana dah dengar kan what Shamir and Melvin was suggesting that we should just let go. I know it's susah because you pegang duit rumah orang lah, apa benda lah, but we should let go. So what is your advice to women and men out there who are in, you know, who would face this or want to prevent this from happening?
Okay, bila dah jadi macam ni dekat I, baru I rasa macam mana orang kena ragut. And then sebenarnya nyawa lagi penting daripada apa yang ada dalam beg tu, okay? Okay, tapi macam selagi kita boleh untuk mempertahankan diri, kita pertahankan diri. Macam kita dah dekat kawasan yang betul-betul, kita tak boleh nak...
Very quickly Yana. Very quickly. Sebab tadi Yana dah cakap pasal banyak barang-barang dekat beg tu. And you know kan kita wanita ni barang banyak yang tajam-tajam pun ada, benda yang tumpu pun ada, tapi ada something there. Ada tak termasuk dalam kepala you macam, okay, I'm gonna grab something in my bag to just hit back Shamir or the orang jahat masa tu?
Oh, tak ada. I tak fikir tu
tak,
semua.
you just wanted to save yourself, your bag, not even yourself, your bag only.
I pun tak tahu benda tu jadi pantas sangat. I tak boleh fikir apa-apa. I fikir nak pegang bag I, nak tarik.
It happens so fast.
So fast.
Well, Shamir, anything you want to say?
I'm so sorry, Anna. So sorry.
Okay, Shamir.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay, we've got just one more demonstration. Is it a fast one?
Yes, very quick.
Okay.
Let's try for choke.
All right.
Okay, so we've shown a few hand techniques. We're going to show you what if actually somebody comes and chokes you.
Okay, heaven forbid. All right.
Okay, let's just see. Okay. If somebody chokes you with two hands, all you need to do, you know, I know a lot of y'all think we do it like this.
Yeah,
it will not
right.
come off. Okay, all you need to do, you lift your hand up straight. Sorry, let me just unbutton. You lift your hand up straight, and you use your shoulder blade and your armpit. Move to the side. You see, as I'm moving, his hand is already
the grip is already
the grip is already loose.
Oh, and it hurts your wrist, right?
Yeah,
So you move to the side and you do a lunge. Comes right off.
Okay, so don't go through the middle.
Let's try this.
Okay, just one slow-mo, sorry.
Okay, slow motion.
Okay.
Lift your hand up,
right,
straight, move to the side. You see, your shoulder is the one that's twisting to the side.
Okay.
And then down.
So even if you're not a very active person, you're a bit lembe like yours truly, it's okay.
It's okay.
All right.
So let's try it.
So now.
Strangle me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So hold it a bit tighter.
Okay.
Okay, lift my...
Hands straight up. Yes, move to the side.
And down.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
so
and
easy.
you were grasping me.
grasping you up.
You're not just playing around,
I was not
right?
playing around.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the three very short demonstrations done by Shamir and Melvin. Very quickly, one more time. One is the wrist.
One is the wrist.
One's the wrist, same side.
Same side.
Move into the side, elbow in, wrist out.
Okay, second one is if it's opposite hand.
Okay. Hand here, wrist here.
Push.
Push.
And if you're being strangled...
Hand up, move to the side.
Three very simple tricks, ladies and gentlemen, for you to remember. And I think these are something that you can keep in your, behind your man, as opposed to, you know, those flying kicks and those, you know,
like I said, you couldn't practice.
but when you're actually there, like how poor Yana, you don't know what to do.
Here's the thing, if you hit a person, when the person is pulling your back, the adrenaline is pumping. The person is not going to feel any pain. Trust me, all those people who were hitting me in the bazaar, I didn't feel it. Only after the next day, I was like, ayo,
pain.
Yes.
It's that little rush that
it's a little rush that you have, yes.
You know what? Thank you
so much, Daphne.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank you. And they're from KickOut. If you would like to find out more, you can go to their website, kickout.com.my. That's right. Thank you once again. Now we're going to go. All right, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to say thank you to the boys from KickOut. Do not fight back. When someone is snatching something from you, like your handbag, just let go. If you can, just shove it to his face and then run. Run as fast as you can. That is the advice given by Shamir and Melvin. If you missed it all, please do catch it on tonton.com.my. Till then, have a brilliant Sunday or whatever's left of it, and have a blessed week. Take care. Goodbye. Daphne Iking signing out.
No, what is it here? I think it should. Tak boleh kau.
Macam mana Kat Yana tadi? Nak tarik juga beg tu lah.
I nak tarik sebab kat sini I nampak lelaki ramai mungkin akan tolong I.
Kalau tadi sini tak ada orang macam mana?
I lepas je lah.
Kak Yana akan lepas lah.
Sebab tadi I nampak lelaki ramai. Kalau I kat depan tu mungkin I lepas.
Apa mesej Kak Yana dekat orang luar?
Orang perempuan kat luar tu yang tengah jalan bawa handbag kiri kanan. Hati-hatilah bawa beg. Tak payah nak berlengah-lenggok sangat jalan. Masa jalan tu tengok sekeliling.